We had four very interesting and illuminating presentations on varying topics like energy supply, rainwater harvesting, contract management, DBMS, which showed a glimpse of a spectrum of works executed by IDSC. I'm sure there will be few questions. We'll take the questions, please.
One question to Mr. Omar. He has done very good research work. But there is one root cause of the problem of MES tenders. That is, the tendering or contract management is done by non-engineers. Non-engineers means they are not engineers graduate, they are engineering graduate, but they are not field engineers who are having realization of the field problem. And that is the major cause of the problems in MES for all contract. If you just see your list of the problems and start analyzing each problem with this major problem, then all the solutions will be found.
Actually, I will not attribute...
Or maybe a question ki why you have not thought of this basic root cause, mother of all problems in the contract management of MES.
Actually, sir, the issue is not of who is doing the contract, issues of the system.
It is not the...
Issues of the system. And my research is studied, obviously, you see, my research is study recommendation, actually I had to rush through because of the bell. We have recommended at two levels, at government level, at MES level, and if these things are removed, you see, once we enter into the service, we are all graduate engineers, but because of the organizational constraint, some people are concentrating only on the contract framing, and as you rightly pointed out. Thing is that we have to rise above this thing, and I agree with you, and we have to take a holistic view that where the problems are actually occurring, whether it is at procedural level, whether it is at policy level, whether it is at government level, and we have to resolve the things.
So CPWD, there is a good system of reward and punishment of the contractors. You say CPWD is less of the problem.
Oh.
There is the reward and punishment in our system.
So,
had any contractor been allowed to be punished by the branch, this branch? So if there is no punishment for any the contractor,
sir, the purpose of research is this only. Will.
I think my question to Mr. Kapil Verma, very nice presentation. With all database, it requires communication system, internet and all. In defense especially, we are not encouraged for the communication system. There is a restriction of using internet and all, restriction on putting using pen drive and all. So how to work on this?
Sir, the last portion, it is a standalone system. Even if we make our own database management systems on a office PC, it will serve the purpose. The last part where I have shown the slides for the access as well as the similar software, it can be easily maintained in our office computer, and that will also help the purpose, sir. Obviously, at the larger perspective, we need some policy decisions at the headquarters level, but my more concentration was on the last portion, sir.
Thank you. Next question.
My question is Mr. Kapil Verma. He gave a good presentation, and it's actually very encouraging that we should do the database management system. But the problem which I faced when I was doing e-tendering or introducing e-tendering in MES, what sir was just saying, it is absolutely correct, because we are not supposed to put any data which is sensitive on the free server. So we had to take permission from NIC, which took almost 1 year, and that was one of the points lauded by Mr. Omar, that e-tendering got delayed. And you had been with us at Delhi zone when we were doing. So this is one of the handicap of this department at least. We have, in fact, in my office, I have developed a database system for the zone, but it cannot be integrated to the entire MES, firstly. If you got some suggestion how it can be integrated with which server or NIC, it can be taken off. And one question to Mr. Umar. So you were just saying that we require to do EMB and other things. For your info, already the work is going on. and almost 60% thing I have done for the EMB. It is linked with the e-tender itself. All the items are there, only measurement has to be put through the AS, what he said, and it can be another couple of months or say maximum by 6 months should be done if permission is given by higher headquarters.
Actually, I am not talking of the Iceland of excellence. We are talking of a system approach. We don't want a single officer to do AEMB. We want the improvement across the entire organization. Unless we develop the web-based solutions like already private sector has done, we are not going to approve. We are not interested in myself doing a good job. We are interested in the entire organization to uplift.
Sir, may I answer that particular portion, sir?
I would like to interrupt here. I think we are generating a debate on what is good or what is bad in MES. Let's stick to the, the theme of the seminar is on sustainability, and kindly stick to that. I would request all the speakers, as well as the people who are posing questions, kindly don't, get emotional and start asking questions about your organizations. And also to Mr. Omar, I would like to say that we have contract experts here who would be presenting their paper in the next technical session, so maybe our delegates here would get more, clear on the what is existing in MES or what would exist in MES. And I would request the chairperson to kindly conclude the session now. We are already,
I think
it's
we are
already
late,
1:30
we are
now.
late.
Maybe you can pose questions during the lunch session.
Okay, we had as I already mentioned, we had a very interesting session. I saw a cheeky tagline outside in the TV: without engineers, science is just philosophy. It was a kind of a, without engineers, science is just philosophy. It was a kind of a wow moment for me, and thank you for that. It made me feel very proud being an engineer. As pointed out, definitely the services, each services, they have their own problems and difficulties. We need to solve that. The presentation which I made, I was very reluctant to email that, because the photographs, they are considered not just confidential, it is considered secret. So my humble request would be to delete it and not to circulate it. Like that, we will have to live with, but of course, it's a national need. We have to live with several difficulties, and we have to understand that and work with that. With these remarks, I conclude this session and over back to you.
Thank you very much, sir. I would like to thank the chairperson and the co-chairperson for concluding this session within this short time frame that was allotted to them. And I would now request the chairperson to kindly present mementos to the various speakers of this session. Firstly, Ms. Kiran Gajrani. Mr. Chao Bhartiya. Mr. S.C. Omar. And Mr. Kapil Verma. I would now request Professor J. Bhattacharjee, HOD. Is he here? Okay, I would request Mr. Pradeep Agrawal to kindly present a memento to the co-chairperson of this session. Thank you, sir. And finally, I would request Mr. B.M. Kohli. Mr. B.M. Kohli, retired Director General Purse of MES, to kindly present a memento to the chairperson of this session. Thank you, one and all. With this, we are almost half done with the business today, and I would now request everyone to kindly join us for lunch. And I'm sure after the nerve-storming sessions that has given us enough food for thought, you would definitely relish the lunch which has been laid down in the lounge. And I would also request you to kindly assemble back in half an hour.